Now you are going to learn about a strategy named explicit instruction. In the curriculum, we use a specific type of explicit instruction named the Model Lead Test Procedure. The Model Lead Test Procedure is a great strategy because it promotes active student responding, and it increases the number of opportunities that students have to respond in a lesson. It also reduces errors by providing a teacher model first, followed by a guided practice round, the lead round, in which you provide immediate feedback to the student. The nice thing about explicit instruction and the Model Lead Test Procedure is that it can be done one-on-one, although more efficiently it can be done in a group setting using choral responding. Students who are nonverbal may participate using some type of AAC device, such as a GoTalk 9 that has pre-recorded options or vocabulary or repeated storylines, or even something as simple as a Big Max, which the student could use to say the repeated storyline. Sometimes you may have heard of the I do, we do, you do procedure, or my turn, altogether, your turn. These are other common names for the Model Lead Test Procedure. The Model Lead Test Procedure in the curriculum is used to teach specific story elements. In the first part, the model, you, the teacher, are showing exactly what you want the students to do to help reduce those learning errors. This also may provide you with an opportunity to describe your thinking or what you're doing to help the students better understand as well. And it really is beneficial because the students see exactly what they are supposed to do before they have an opportunity to do it. The second part of the strategy, the lead strategy, is when you do it all together. So the teacher and the students, if you're doing more than one student, all perform that action together. And this allows you to monitor student behavior and progress so you can quickly see if any of the students have made an error and provide that immediate feedback, or you can provide positive feedback if they're doing something correctly. The final part of the Model Lead Test Procedure is the test part, where the student has the opportunity to perform the skill independently. And therefore, you also have a chance to correct any errors during this part of the session, or you can provide additional teaching if you see that the student continues to mess up. It also provides you a great opportunity to provide that immediate positive feedback and encourage the behavior that you do want to see the learner continue to do. So here's just a quick model on the screen of how this is done. You can see the teacher, watch me first, then the students all do it together, and then finally the student on the right, you can see, is doing it independently. A more specific example from the curriculum would be, when we hear a vocabulary word, I want you to touch it in the story. Watch me first. So the teacher would say something like, I found the word bike. Watch me touch bike in the book, and you saw her tap it on the screen. Next, during the lead component, she would say, I see our vocabulary word trade in the book. Here it is, here's trade, and each of the students should have their own book in front of them, and they should have the opportunity to also point to the word trade. The teacher can simply look around the room and monitor the students, or if you're doing it online, she should be able to monitor using the students' materials in front of them. So on the screen you see all of the hands except for the bottom hand are touching the word trade, and the teacher would simply, this is the word trade, and have the student make sure that they are touching the word trade, like she is doing here. Here it is, here's trade, and then she would correct that student error, make sure that they elicit that correct behavior before moving to the next part of the program. Finally, during the test part, she is going to ask the student to do it independently. Even if you're teaching a small group of students, you can call on them by rotating and making sure that you're keeping track of who you've called on to see if the student can point out the vocabulary words in the book, for example. So she said, point to the word giggle, and the girl is pointing to the word giggle in the story. That's your opportunity to provide that specific positive feedback. That is the word giggle. Great job pointing to it in your story. Therefore, I've told the student what I liked that they did, the correct behavior, and I've provided that positive reinforcement.